What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you tune in to another edition of my vlog. I want to say thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for your support. You know, I'm all about that positivity and that motivation. And I get a lot of emails about people who say that, hey, Big Herc, I'm at a crossroads. I'm at a job I can't stand, but I don't have anything to fall back on. What should I do? How do I find my passion? What occupation can I do that will make me happy? And, the answer to a lot of these questions, most of these people have, and they don't even realize they have them because they're so caught up in the moment they haven't taken the time to reflect. And it's hard to reflect on your life when you're in it, when you're playing a role in a movie, which your life is a movie. You have scenes, you have actors, you have producers, you have directors. It's basically a movie set. And for myself, and sometimes I catch slack for this from my wife because I always talk about, looking back when I was in prison and how I had to really find myself, or else I knew I was gonna just fail. I wasn't gonna make it back into society as a productive person. I wasn't gonna be anything. And one of the things in prison that I did was I tried to, first, I took responsibility. I didn't blame anybody, for my actions. I didn't blame the fact I never had a dad, and I had a single parent. I fell on hard times here and there, and I wanted this, I wanted that, the government, I'm black. I didn't blame I took all the blame away from anything outside of myself, and I looked to myself and I took responsibility. And then after I took the responsibility, I stripped myself of all previous instilled beliefs, and I started creating my own. I started really reading as much religious material as I could, spiritual material, business, autobiographies, things about life, science, things that would help me figure out who I am and what my purpose was. And it was a journey, and it helped me get through some really dark times. Luckily, the people I met in prison were stepping stones for me to be successful on the street. One of my good friends I met at USP Lompoc, when I first fell in 2000, and we kept in touch. He hooked me up with a friend of his on the street, so I had a place to go. Otherwise, I'd have been homeless, man. I wouldn't have had anywhere to even lay my head down. I would have been homeless in LA, trying to figure it out. And it was humbling, and a lot of times I knew if I caught more time, it would just continue. So I had to figure out, if I had a situation, what were all the options? What were my variables? What could I do differently so that I could, for one, neutralize the situation, number two, avoid the situation. And it made me think, really think, because when I committed the bank robbery that got me a decade in federal prison, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't weighing out all my options. I wasn't, putting it all together. I was just on some time where, shit, nigga, I'm a gangster and I'm gonna run up here and get this money. I was playing out a role in a movie. And my life had been a movie role up until that point, until I decide to take the director's chair and start directing myself in the right direction. And you know, it's something I always look back to, because I didn't have that visit every month or every 6 months or every year or every other year. I didn't have any visits. And when you don't have visits in prison, you kind of think about a lot of things as far as people you knew on the street and why, you know, these people wouldn't have taken the time to come see you. And that builds your character. It could build two things. It could build extreme animosity, bitterness, to where when you get out, you just say, you know, F the world, and you do some stupid stuff. Or you say, you know what, I'm gonna prove everybody that by shitting on me, I'm gonna come back and have diarrhea on you. And that was my goal, man, is to get out here and have diarrhea on all the people that wrote me off. You know, people who thought because I had, you know, committed this crime, you know, this act of insurrection or rebellion against the banking system, it was gonna be the end of my life, and I would never be able to rise above a mediocre job or even, you know, support myself. And that's been the fueling passion for me to continue doing what I'm doing with Big Herc 916 and Fresh Out. And I also want to show people out here that just because you made mistakes in your life, it's not over, man. You have get back. You know, as long as you're not buried under the penitentiary, you're not sitting in the hospital bed, you have action. And you know, it goes back to all about what you want to do with yourself, find your passion. And all this, you know, it has a case in point, because I found my passion and I came up with a brand. You know, my nickname Big Herc, you know, I got that nickname way back when I was 18 in Sacramento County Jail. A white cat, you know, he's called me Black Hercules. He like, be built like Black Hercules, man. And you know, he used to clown around and stuff, and then naturally the Black Hercules dropped in. It was just Big Herc, Big Hercules. And you know, I ran with it. I used it when I was in my adult career, as far as in the movies. You know, it became the nickname, my nickname on the yard, and whenever I went to another institution, Big Herc. And that's been my handle way back since 1992. And the 916 is the city I'm from, Sacramento. You know, not promoting any type of gang activity or nothing like that. It's just separating myself from the other people who might claim to be Big Herc out there. You know, the 916 lets you know that it's me. It's the Big Herc who grew up predominantly in Sacramento. And so that's where the 916 comes from. But I've taken that and you know, I leveraged it, man. You know, you gotta leverage what you have, you know, whether it's your family legacy, whether it's your neighborhood, whether it's your access to resources. You gotta leverage it, man. You see, look at the music industry. Look at the rappers. These guys have leveraged gang banging and turned it into a business. You got guys who have died for the rag, and you know, their families got nothing. But now you have rappers, you know, that are rich off of, you know, claiming a set or, you know, repping something on stage. And you know, it's just like, wow, well, if they can do it, why can't you do it? Why can't you take your life and make it a story worth some value? Why can't you take that and market it? And I'm giving you some real game, because a lot of you guys out there don't, you know, you're just living, you're holding on to your stories, and man, all that's value, man. All that has a number on it. You know what I mean? That's cash. You got to cash that in. See, I'm cashing mine in, and I've taken everything I've been through and I've turned it into a business, man. And you know, I always said that I wasn't gonna just be some normal dude. I never want to be a normal dude. I never want to be the average guy, you know, the guy who just got up every morning, went to work, you know, had a family and went to bed and, you know, had vacation 2 weeks out the year. I never want to be that guy. I didn't knock that guy. I seen he worked hard, but at the end of the day, what's the American dream, man? You know, what's the big picture, man? You know, you got people who have lived that dream, and it's attainable. Whether it's Bob Johnson, you know, whether it's Mark Zuckerberg, whether it's Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, you know, Byron Allen, it's out there, man. It's attainable. And so some of the things I've done to take my life experience and commercialize it is partner up with my business partner with Fresh Out. You know, you go to my other channel, Fresh Out, and we got interviews. We the first ones who kicked off the whole prison trend of interviews, you know, spreading positivity, not promoting ignorance, you know, showing another side. And it's really taken off, man. And then, you know, I also have this channel where I share more about my life and my cars and, you know, just travel and, you know, positive things of that nature. Besides the videos with Fresh Out, you know, I always want to have my own shoes. You know, I designed shoes when I was in high school, junior high school, and I used to write Nike and Adidas and hope that I can somehow get them to give me a shoe contract, you know, so I can design shoes. But you know, this is things I did, you know, as a youngster before I got into the dope game to try to, you know, make my family rich. I want to be rich, man. I hated living in an environment where you were just barely making it, you know. I want to be rich. I want to be like the people I've seen on Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous, you know. The guys in GQ magazine. I want to have that. And so I tried all kind of stuff. I just tried to design video games, you know, I drew comic books. I did a lot of stuff. Well, shoes being one of my passions, you know, we finally were able to make that passion happen. And I came out with, you know, the Fresh Out shoes, man. This is a custom design. He got the wig splitter on the side. And man, I made this a reality, you know, me and my business partner. You got the zippers on the side like the Balenciagas, Italian leather, the great material. Hey, you know, I had a vision and made it happen, man. And we're still building on that vision, man. But you gotta find something that you truly want to put your heart into and go for it, you know. You gotta take chances in life. Not necessarily penitentiary chances, but you gotta take chances. In addition to the shoes, you know, I've always been into working out, bodybuilding, being physically fit. So having an opportunity to come out with our own supplements has always been a goal. So we came out with a workout drink, Yard Time. At Yard Time, it represents, you know, you go to yard, you got that time out there to work out, you get it in, and you got that yard time. So this is another one of the products we came out with, and it's a passion of love, man, you know, labor of love, and it's believing in something and following through. So you got the pre-workout, and then we just dropped level 4 test booster. People are like, oh, what does it do? How does it work? Blah, blah, blah. Look, man, there's a lot of test boosters out there. And the science behind this one, my business partner, he's a chemist. He formulates different products. He's very, very smart. He knows the game. And we had the opportunity to come out with our own test booster. So we said, man, what the hell? Let's get it on. And I've tried it. I've been getting incredible pumps, and you know, it has a lot of the stuff a lot of the other test boosters have out there. The Tribulus, ashwagandha extract, Baronwolf extract. You know, a lot of herbs, boron. You know, these are a lot of things that have been around for a long time, and you put together a combination, and you can get certain results with that blend. But we have a blend that works very well, and it's level 4, man. And you got a picture of me back there from back in the day. That's when I was in YA, a young hog, coochie assassin, you know. Hey man, the link's in the description for all the stuff. You know, you can pick up any of these items in the description. And man, like I said, I just try to keep you guys motivated, man, because I know sometimes it can be hard on the hustle, and you're trying to do something and you want to give up, or you don't think that it's going anywhere. But I'm still pushing our brand, man. I've been out the penitentiary now since 2008, and I haven't looked back. And you know, I know we have things that we've planted in the planet firmly in our foundation, and they're growing. And as we continue to grow, you know, it'd be a lot of good things in our future. I almost forgot, because I'm wearing them. We got the Fresh Out slides, man. Yeah, instead of wearing Nikes, man, hey, represent, you know, go and support. You know, I'm a real entrepreneur, somebody who can relate, you know, somebody who's seen the lowest of the low and who's been back up to the top, man, who's striving, trying to, you know, inspire. So, hey, man, go pick you up some slides. You know, summertime, you know, you still got time to sport them. You can wear them around the house, whatever you want to do. But yeah, pick you up some slides, man. But, you know, at the end of the day, find your passion. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise or try to sway you away from what you envision. And you got to get back, man. You know, you got to get back. I mean, I was very depressed, man. I was looking at that time and I was thinking, why did I do that, man? I was like, man, I was stupid. You know, maybe I wouldn't have been saying that if I got away. I might have been thinking I was smarter than the police, the government. You know, I was one of those ones who, you know, and I know guys who got away with multiple and then got caught, you know, something stupid, and they charge you for all those other ones. So, you know, maybe it was a good thing that I got caught this particular time before I kept going and doing other things that were building up, you know. And you know, thank goodness it's for this. And there's other things that I could have got caught for. Maybe I would have gotten more trouble, you know. But the bottom line is, you know, you could change your life. Your life's not over. You're a youngster out there. You have a lot of opportunity. You know, you got to think positive, and just man, stay motivated, man. Subscribe to the channel. Spread this channel, man. Share it with your friends. Share it with your parents. Share it with anybody who will watch, because people need goodness, man. People need to know that there is still hope in life, you know. You don't have to count yourself out. Big Herc 916. If you're looking for some life coaching, man, go holler at me, man. BigHerc916.com.